All right. My next guest is all the way from Detroit, Michigan. He is an international icon. He's an actor based out of Hollywood, California. You can see him on the best known for primetime television soap opera Owns, Tyler Perry's If Loving Is Wrong. He was also one of the stars in CBS's 10-time daytime Emmy award-winning soap opera The Young and the Restless, and the primetime Emmy-nominated action television series NCIS Los Angeles. This Michigan-born star has over 100 film and TV credits and commercial credits, and is a former talk show host and a on-air radio personality. Everyone, help me tonight. Welcome Mr. Mandell Frazier to the Brandon Holt Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Mandell Frazier, all the way from Lakerland. Come on now.
You know what? I was just debating if I wanted to celebrate with my friends from Laker Nation or be with you today. So I took a small time out my schedule to hang out with you, Brandon. What's going on, man?
Appreciate it, man. All I want to know is, do you see a repeat coming?
Not only do I see a repeat, I see a three-peat and possibly a four-peat. At the end of the day, Brandon, let me tell you something. I used to live in Chicago when Jordan had won the championship with the Bulls. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to get into who's the better player. You know, I'm a Jordan fan for life. But I am proud of LeBron, all the things he had to go through, you know, dealing with criticism and, you know, just people hating on him, whatnot. But he persevered. He challenged himself. And now he's basking in his glory in terms of his hard work. So congratulations to my Lakers, you know, to LeBron. And I'm looking forward to celebrating many, many more years with the Lakers.
Man, how important is determination and persevering? And just when you feel like an obstacle is in your way, not to give up, but you've got to go around it, over it, under it, through it. How important is it to just keep on fighting until you get to where you're trying to go?
Brandon, it is so important. Determination is, you know, they say your altitude determines your attitude determines your altitude. And so determination, if you don't have determination, then you kind of just hanging around, you know, waiting for things to happen. You have to make things happen, you know, and I'm always saying you have to have the faith that waits as opposed to the faith that takes, you know, or the faith that takes as opposed to the faith that waits. In other words, don't wait for things to happen, but trust and believe in yourself, believe in God, and knowing that everything is going to work out in the end. But you have to take the steps, you know, trust the process, and believe in yourself that everything's going to work out in due time. You're going to have obstacles. However, obstacle is what you see when you take your eyes off your goals.
So in the industry, you've been around a long time, over 100 credits to your name. What are some of the biggest rewarding moments you've experienced?
Working with different people, you know, regarding my IMDb credits, a lot of them, I think it has to do with me being on different TV shows, being myself, as well as, you know, playing characters for the most part, whether it's movies, TV shows, commercials, whatnot. So that's a misnomer, you know, with the IMDb credits. But I am thankful that God has allowed me the opportunity to be able to work with some people I grew up with, you know, people that I admire, you know, people of the same skin tone, the same hair texture for the most part. And now I'm working with them, you know, whether it's on live stage, whether it's in a commercial, whether it's on a TV show. I'm thankful and grateful that God has allowed me the opportunity to be able to give back and to use my gifts for his glory.
All right. So Mandell, let's talk about your platform, Faith, Fitness, and Focus. What's the meaning behind that?
The meaning behind my platform is exactly my life experiences, my faith. I grew up in a Christian household. My mother was an international evangelist. My father, a long-term deacon in the church. That's where I got my morals, my ethics, my values, and my strong spiritual foundation. Fitness is my lifestyle. Okay, it's not just a fad. I used to be the personal training director as well as the fitness director for one of the largest chains gym chains in the country. And it was a hobby turned passion, turned career. And I still practice what I preach for the most part. And focus is just that. It's having an eagle vision, more or less. Staying focused, staying dedicated, not falling short, not looking to the side, to the left, to the right, but just focus on your goals. Like I said earlier, obstacle is what you see when you take your eyes off your goals. So with faith, fitness, and focus, that's just a conglomeration of my life experiences all rolled into one.
So many people have goals. What are some things that tend to distract people from their goals?
Oh my gosh. Self-doubt, naysayers, having the wrong team, thinking you can do it all by yourself for the most part. It's a combination of a lot of things that will, that can kind of curtail or distract you for the most part. But like I said earlier, you have to have, I stay on my knees, By that, I mean, I pray, I talk to God. That's where my help comes from. So no matter how bad things may seem, because again, the key word is seem, I know that all things are working out for my good. So all I have to do, God, he's already equipped me. And he's equipped everybody, with their certain gifts and talents. So all we have to do is walk in our destiny for the most part. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, if it comes too easy, you won't appreciate it.
So Mandell, I've always wanted to know this for myself. When we look at the big screen, we see an image that Hollywood portrays, how an actor's supposed to look, a male or a female. It's this lifestyle that so many people may be envious of or jealous of, but not realizing that once you go off camera, it's not always what it seems. So kind of give us a different perspective on what it's like as an actor on camera and off camera to kind of bring some humanity to it.
Well, I have a good friend of mine, Bishop Noel Jones, and he once said, if you're not that talented, you don't have any haters, you're not that gifted. So I think gifted, a person being gifted, or I should say a person who have haters, that's a byproduct of your gifts and your talent. And you cannot allow that to stop you from, pursuing your purpose in life. We all have a purpose in life. I'm not on a bandwagon when people are hating on other people because of their talents and their glory, and their, what they're trying to accomplish in life for the most part. I'm all about, being a cheerleader, congratulating when I see my friends, like I just saw in the commercials, some of my friends, Cheryl Cobb and Ro Brooks and Lewis Powell, they're doing their thing respectively. And, we follow each other. We support one another. We get together when we can. Not now because of what's going on with the COVID virus. But, if I see someone who just put a national commercial or a new TV show or a new movie, whatnot, I'm supporting them. I'm liking, I'm the first one to clap my hands and say congratulations. Because at the end of the day, we're supposed to support one another. I think it's important to come together, especially people of color, especially what's going on in society with all the racial injustice and inequalities. And, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. So I think now is a perfect time for us to come together as one, be a cohesive unit for the most part. And, take our message to the world, let the people know that, hey, we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We can fall down, but we're getting back up again. And we're coming back stronger. We're coming back, with a vengeance for the most part. But we're here to love and we're here to, do our due diligence for the most part and keep life simple.
So Mandell, we got the election coming up, November the 3rd. Everybody's on high stress right now.
Yes.
Depending on what the outcome is. What message do you have for the world tonight as we approach this historic election? What can you say to everyone?
The one thing I would tell your viewers is to have faith in yourself. Don't let anybody intimidate you. We can agree to disagree. We don't have to do what they call voter intimidation for the most part. I'm reading so many articles on, whether it's Fox News or CNN or MSNBC, the New York Post, New York Times, or Washington Post, and there's a lot of fear right now, and not to get into politics for the most part, but since you asked, we have a leadership that's, I believe, it's working on people's fear, and a lot of times when people are coming out, publicly, this has always been there. It's a lot of times. I just heard about the governor of, I think it was the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. His wife, who's Brazilian, she was called the N-word, at a grocery store. And, I was reading that article and I'm thinking to myself, wow, people are allowing their true identities to come out. And I think it's because of fear. A lot of times it's incited by certain things that happens for the most part. But I tell people all the time, you have a right to vote. We should exercise our right to vote. Our ancestors, they died, they were tortured, they were beaten because of the fact that they was trying to suppress our voice. Mm-hmm. Now we have a voice. Mm-hmm. So I tell anybody, matter of fact, earlier, I was Googling the ballot poll boxes, the drop boxes, where we can drop off our ballots for the most part. And I want to encourage your viewers to exercise your right to vote. As a matter of fact, I read an article about Shaquille O'Neal. He voted for the first time. He's voting for the first time in his life. So at the end of the day, we need to get out and support. We live in a democracy, and we have to protect our democracy. And we do that by using our voice. This is the one time we can get together and we can make a change, but it has to start with each individual taking responsibility, and it is your constitutional right to vote. And so let's exercise it, so we can make a change for the better for not just only America, but hopefully the world.
And get out and vote early.
Absolutely. I heard that there's already 9 million people who did early voting, and that's in 40 states. That's over 40 states for the most part. So people are excited, because, whether you're Republican, a Democrat, whether you're independent for the most part, you have to, use your voice. If you don't like the system, change it. Don't complain about it, but do something about it. Don't sit back on the sidelines and watch, but get in the game, and make sure that your voice is heard.
Pending the outcome of the election, what advice can you give for people if it doesn't turn out the way they expected it to?
First and foremost, I would say keep the peace. Right now, it's a lot of friction, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. Brandon, we are living in unprecedented times. What's going on with the pandemic, layoffs, what's going on with racial injustice and the political system. And oh my gosh, there's so much going on, and people are stressed, people are upset, and people are angry. And people want to obviously some people we don't always use common sense, and I would say regardless of who wins, we have to whoever the president is, I'm always praying that God gives them the wisdom to direct this country, because we are, America is a democracy. We are an experiment. We are the lone superpower. People look at us, for the most part. And so I think that once we come together, and we don't always have to agree. Like I said earlier, we can agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we set an example for the world, as far as I could have been born in any country, but thank God I was born in America. It's not perfect, but at the end of the day, this is where you can't grow where you haven't been planted. You can't bloom where you haven't been planted. So wherever you planted at, whether it's in Fiji, America, whether it's in Japan, at the end of the day, that's where God has you at. So you have to learn how to grow from that particular moment in your life, but I would say keep the peace. Don't try to intimidate for the most part. That's not what it's all about. People are angry. Yes, people are upset. I'm angry. I'm African American, and I see what goes on every day. Every day, I'm seeing this and that to the point where I don't even want to turn on the news sometimes. But I want to be aware of current events. I want to be aware of what's going on, and I want to let my voice be heard. So I use social media, which is my social media ministry. I try to inform, I try to encourage, I try to enhance, enlighten, empower. That's what God has given me to do at this moment for the most part. So I thank God that He has used you and your platform to reach out, to people who may not be aware of what's going on. We have to be enlightened for the most part. So I think what you're doing and what we're doing as African Americans, and not just African Americans, but people in general, we have to learn how to let people know that, hey, we're in this together. We are all in this together. We all bleed red. Regardless of what people may think or say, we all bleed the same. So, you only have one life to live. Literally, you only have one life to live. And so I tell people all the time, you're born one year, you die another year. That dash in the middle represents your life. So what will your dash say about you?
I like it. I like it. Everybody, that's my main man, Mandell Frazier. Mandell, real quick, what's up next for you?
Oh my gosh. I was on another talk show real quick, and I did a short film / music video for Lady Gaga. My first time working with her. I had fun working on that project. As you know, we're still in a pandemic. Hollywood and other cities are starting to gradually open up. But matter of fact, me and my wife, we just accepted an invitation for a major network to be on the game show. I can't talk too much about it now, but I will, be posting things as things start to develop, whatnot. But I'm taking it one day at a time. Just got back from vacation, just trying to make some sense out of this crazy society we're living in. But I'm just taking it one day at a time and looking forward to 2021.
Mandell, congratulations to you and your wife, everybody. That's international actor, Hollywood star, Mandell Frazier. Mandell, we appreciate everything that you've done over the years, especially your work in the community. Next time you come back on, let's tag into that. And whenever you want to come back on the show, you're always welcome.
And one last thing, Brandon.
Go for it.
Laker Nation, baby. Laker Nation. Take care.
All right, everybody, that's Mandell Frazier.